Welcome back, dear students. So, these are six major controls of climate. Number one, latitude. Number two, altitude. Number three, pressure and winds. Then, number four, distance from the sea. Number five, ocean currents. And number six, relief features. Now, we'll come to number one, which is the latitude. Children, the Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of the country from the run of Kutch in the west to the Mizoram in the east. Almost half of the country lying south to the Tropic of Cancer belongs to the tropical area. All the remaining area north of Tropic of Cancer lies in the subtropics. Therefore, India has characteristics of tropical climate as well. Let us see how latitudes affect the distribution of climate or the presence of climate over a particular area. We all know latitudes are imaginary horizontal lines. Whereas if you see this line, this is equator, which is 0 degree. Towards the north of equator is 23.5 degrees north. It is known as Tropic of Cancer. Towards north of Tropic of Cancer, we have Arctic Circle, and the latitudinal value is 66.5 degrees north. Coming towards the southern part of equator, 23.5 degrees south, Tropic of Capricorn, whereas 66.5 degrees south is Antarctic Circle. Children, we all know that the latitudes help us in having the different heat zones of the earth. Why, children? See, if this is the earth, children, the sun rays are falling directly over equatorial area. Then, children, the earth rays are little slanting over the subtropical areas, and they are very slanting, which cannot reach the polar areas directly. Therefore, on the basis of the sun's energy received by the earth is divided into three heat zones: torrid zone, temperate zone, and frigid zone. Whereas torrid zone torrid zone is lying between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. This is torrid zone. Then temperate zone between Arctic Circle and Tropic of Cancer, between Antarctic Circle, Tropic of Capricorn. This is temperate zone. Frigid zone, the polar areas. The area beyond Antarctic Circle, the area beyond Antarctic Circle, the area beyond Arctic Circle. So these are frigid zone. So by now with this diagram, children, you must have understood how the latitudes help in the distribution of climate or a weather of a place. Now we'll come to the second point, children, altitude. Altitude, India has mountains to the north which have an average height of about 6,000 meters. India also has a vast coastal area where the maximum elevation is about 30 meters. Children, the Himalayas prevent the cold winds from Central Asia from entering the subcontinent. Then it is because of these mountains that this subcontinent experiences comparatively milder winter as compared to Central Asia. Children, for example, these are high mountains, Himalayas, okay? So imagine cold winds coming beyond, that is from China, coming from Central Asia. The Himalayas are going to act as a barrier. Suppose this screen of laptop, children, these are as mountains. Winds coming from back, children, the Himalayas are acting as barrier. Therefore, they are, protecting Indian subcontinent towards the prevailing cold and bitterly cold winds. Therefore, India has a milder climate than Central Asia. Children, third point, pressure and winds. Pressure and surface winds are also responsible for distribution of climate over a particular area. Upper air circulation, the circulation of the air, is also responsible. Western cyclonic disturbances are also responsible, which we are going to study in detail. Then pressure and wind system. Pressure and wind system also play a major role in affecting the climate. How? We know that India lies in the north easterly winds area. These winds originate from the subtropical hemisphere. They blow south and get deflected towards right due to Coriolis force. Children, as you can see in the diagram, can you see the oceans showing with blue, then the land with green? Land surface is like this, children. Then we see the incoming solar radiation with downwards arrows. Then outward arrows are showing the outgoing heat. Therefore, with this upper movement in the atmosphere, the areas of the earth's surface gets differential form of climate. Then what is a jet stream? The upper air circulation in this region is dominated by a westerly flow. Children, jet streams are nothing but the air circulation which give a flow towards the western side are simply known as jet streams. An important component of this westerly flow is known as jet streams. Then children, we'll see western cyclonic disturbances. Western cyclonic disturbances. Children, for an example, you stay in a coastal area. You see when high tides occur and when these Amphan and these natural cyclones turn up, don't you see the climate of that area get affected?